The Bedwell Lake Trail is a moderate backpacking trip in Strathcona Provincial Park. The trail leads you past Baby Bedwell and Bedwell Lake. Both lakes are beautiful and clear. Although often completed as an overnight hike, hiking to Baby Bedwell or Bedwell Lake would make for a very nice day trip. Cream Lake is a challenging, optional extension. It sits high in the alpine with vibrant blue water framed by dramatic views of Mount Septimus and the surrounding range. The trail includes metal ladders, bridges, and steep sections. These features could be difficult for some dogs. You'll need a camping permit, which is $10 per person. You can pay ahead of time on the BC Parks website or fill out a form and drop cash into the box at the trailhead. Random camping is allowed in the area past Little Jim Lake. Camping is first come, first serve. Before heading out, check AllTrails and local hiking Facebook groups for updates as road conditions can change. The turnoff is marked on the side of the road. From there, the drive took us about 15 minutes on a gravel road. The gravel road was well graded when we went in September 2025. It was steep in places but could be accessible with a low clearance vehicle. The hike begins with a short descent. Then you cross a suspension bridge. From there, you cross a wooden bridge. The trail climbs steadily with switchbacks. We passed several deep, cave-like holes. Eventually, you will cross 4 bridges over Big Jim Creek before the trail steepens again. There are multiple ladders and stairs to help with the climb. The hike to Baby Bedwell Lake took us about 2 hours and 10 minutes from the trailhead. Baby Bedwell Lake has 9 tent pads, an outhouse, and a food locker. It was a beautiful place to stop for a break. From Baby Bedwell, the trail to Bedwell Lake includes more stairs and ladders. It is a more steep and rugged section. A marked path leads to a viewpoint. This is followed by a descent to the lake via a ladder. The trail continues with several ups and downs on stairs and ladders. This section took us about 1 hour and 10 minutes from Baby Bedwell, or 3 hours and 20 minutes from the trailhead. Bedwell Lake has 12 tent pads, an outhouse, and a food locker.
It's majestic.
The trail to Cream Lake begins behind the outhouse at Bedwell Lake. Along the way, you pass several tarns. It is challenging with significant elevation gain. It is a steep uphill hike with some scrambling sections. Eventually you will reach a waterfall where you scramble over some boulders. After that, the trail reaches Little Jim Lake. The hike from Bedwell Lake to Little Jim Lake took us about 1 hour and 15 minutes, roughly 4 hours and 35 minutes from the trailhead. The shoreline is flat for a while as you hike around Little Jim Lake. From there is a very steep and rocky climb with some scrambling sections. Be sure to look behind you occasionally for the beautiful views of Little Jim below. In this section, we met a trail runner who started the day at the Flower Ridge Trailhead and was running to the Bedwell Lake Trailhead. I'm always in awe of what the human body is capable of. Not my human body, of course, but a human body. Then the trail flattens out. We pass several beautiful tarns. Soon afterward, we reached the viewpoint for Cream Lake. Cream Lake is known for its vibrant blue water. We arrived later in the day and couldn't fully capture its color, but it was still stunning. From there, the trail descends very steeply toward Cream Lake. The hike from Little Jim to Cream Lake took us about 2 hours and 25 minutes for a total of 7 hours from the trailhead, which was about 8 hours including breaks. Cream Lake has a food locker and a pit toilet. These facilities can be hard to find, so I've included the coordinates in the video description. The return trip retraces the same route. Theoretically, it should go faster since it's mostly downhill, but that is not my biology. It took us approximately the same amount of time to hike out as it took us to hike in. In the late 1980s, a proposed expansion of the Cream Silver Mine in Strathcona Provincial Park threatened to destroy Cream Lake and much of the surrounding watershed. The Friends of Strathcona launched a protest that stopped the project and became a key moment in British Columbia's environmental history. Their efforts exposed how BC parks had prioritized mining and forestry interests over conservation and led to public pressure for stronger park protections. Without that protest, Cream Lake and much of the Thalwood and Price Creek watersheds would likely have been lost to mining. Most people complete this hike as a 3-day trip. On the first day, they hike to Bedwell Lake. On the second day, they do the hike to Cream Lake and back to Bedwell without carrying a heavy pack. On the third day, they hike back out. We decided to do it as a 2-day trip since the forecast called for an atmospheric river on what would have been our third day. Thanks for tuning in to this hiking guide. Be sure to like and subscribe for more hiking on Vancouver Island.